How do you do, y'all? This is John, and today we are talking about The King of Kings, a new movie out in theaters right now. And then The King of Kings, it deals with Charles Dickens, who was recounting the story of Jesus Christ to his son. And as he is talking about the life of Jesus to his son, you literally go on this odyssey with these two of Jesus' life. From his birth in Bethlehem to his crucifixion in Jerusalem, and also his resurrection. Okay, so to get things started, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie. This is Angel Studios' first ever, completely animated movie, and let me tell you something. The animation is really good. I'm not kidding. I really dug the animation in this film. It's not like Pixar quality at all, but it's definitely well above average for an independently produced animated movie. Well above average. There is some obvious corner cutting, I will admit that, because limited budget, everything's done in basic, simple shapes. However, they were still able to produce really good animation with really good movement and solid character designs. And I also really like the voice acting in this film. The two that stand out to me the most are Kenneth Branagh, who voices Charles Dickens in the film, and also Oscar Isaac, who voices Jesus in the film. The two are easily give the most powerful voice acting in the film. Now, granted, a good chunk of the voice actors are good, the vast majority of them. It's just that these two stand out the most. Now, as far as the narrative goes, if you know the story of Jesus Christ, you know the story of this movie. They don't deviate from the Bible at all. What, makes this a little bit different from your average Jesus movie, though, is the fact that it's Charles Dickens telling the story to his son. This movie is practically based on a book he had written specifically for his children called The Life of Our Lord, which is about the Messiah. It's about Jesus. So what they do with this movie is they have Kenneth Branagh telling the story, and him and his son, I believe Walter, are going through these events. They're actually there as they happen. Sort of, anyway. Hardly any of the real characters interact with them, because, essentially it's just their imagination. But that's how they're able to make this movie about the Messiah a little bit different from the others we see. And the way it is executed, it is entertaining to watch as well. It's entertaining to watch, and it's also safe for you and your whole family to go and see. There's no, political messaging in it. Definitely some religious messaging. However, it's not overwrought. It's not a vomit-inducing amount. It's just this subtle religious messaging. Very obvious what they're trying to promote. They're just not, Bible bashing, Bible pushing it onto the audience. Now, in terms of problems with the movie, the thing that annoyed me the most a little bit is the fact that, when Dickens is telling the story to his son, occasionally they would cut to the real world, him in this library with his son. And I really think that they should have just, after, the first scene with Dickens telling the story to his son, they really should have just stuck to them imagining themselves in the past. Because stuff like that, it's kind of irritating a little bit. And also they somehow got these big name actors to do minor voice work where they are only in like a scene or two. And that is it. Really, anyone could have done the voice work for these characters. Like Mark Hamill shows up to voice King Herod. However, he's only in like 2 or 3 scenes. And he doesn't even remotely give us much of a Titanic performance as Anthony Hopkins did last year in Mary. And with that one, it makes more sense because King Herod is the lead villain in Mary. He is all over the place in Mary. With this movie, King Herod is only in 2 or 3 scenes at best. And he's just not in the movie anymore. So why bother to get a big name to voice him? And there are some other characters like that. Why get a big name actor to voice them when it could have been anybody? So guys, at the end of the day, The King of Kings was a good movie. Is it my favorite movie about Jesus? No, Passion of the Christ is. However, what it does is it tells, Jesus' story, but in a somewhat unique way, with Charles Dickens telling his story to his son. The animation's pretty good. The voice acting's real good as well. There is entertainment in the movie, and what messaging's in the film is subtle, and it's not quite, as overwrought as we get in a lot of movies these days. There are a couple of things that annoyed me a little bit. However, as it stands, The King of Kings is arguably a better, time to spend with your family than your average movie these days. I am going to give The King of Kings an 8. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Brzezinski will return.